one of those in my car watching shitty drivers. I honked at people today while I was driving around. I'm a full-blown honker. I grew up
same.
I don't care at all. Like,
my favorite is when people like get mad at you for honking at them. I'm like, dude, you're parked where you can't be. What are you
middle
doing?
of the road.
Yep.
You didn't know where you were going.
I greeted a pedestrian downtown today because he was jaywalking, and I honked at him twice, and he stopped in the middle of the road and just stared at me. And I was like, this is insane. Like, I'm in the middle of downtown. Hot dog guy was out at like 2:30 in the afternoon the other day, and I was like, I don't need a hot dog.
Jesus Christ, here we go.
Listen, salty Seattle driver, we might need to U-turn. Go see it. Yeah, that's
illegal.
Don't back up.
Great job.
Don't back up with a hitch on the back,
5 fucking
too.
stars,
Wait,
asshole.
Was that you who honked at him, or did he honk at you?
I honked at him.
Oh, okay. I thought he honked at you.
That deserved a fucking honk.
He had a hitch on the back, too. If he
backing
up, I'd be like, hell, no.
I did not want that in my car.
No.
101 yards by ice.
What are you doing?
Obscene, lewd, lascivious, filthy, excessively violent, harassing, or otherwise objectionable, whether or not such material. 90s, they're thinking of America Online. So they're like, hey, everybody gets onto the internet via America Online. America Online says, hey, you gotta be 18 in order to access the, topless women here. And the whole purpose of the Telecommunications Decency Act of 1996.
They did that, but with him just tripping. Yes. Even if it just trips over a tree root, it's like, ow, and then he just wakes up. You're like, what? Did it roll into the ocean and then get carried away?
He was out for a while, yeah.
I think you need a bigger car.
He tripped and he fell on a boat that then...
Very fair, factual, and just like, hey, this is who John is, this is what he said. This is why it might be significant to some people.
Oh, what are you doing?
And after that, it just...
The wind out of that. No humor left in the Spitzer study.
I mean that's the thing, is like, so much of this movie is just like old straight men caring way, way, way too much about a bunch of faggots. Like, I can't imagine devoting this much of your life to like focusing on men fucking each other, just like men wanting to fuck each other, men actually fucking each other. It's just like
actually all the good ones. You don't want
fuck off.
Because it's Grindr. Grindr is that way. Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of Grindr, this app is for or at least is to include and be a safe space for gay Christians.
He is barely my assholes.
Reminded of how good our lightning was back before we had CGI.
And I gotta say, we made a big show of the boobs. We talked a lot about them, and
what are you doing?
So there's more than any movie in the history of time. But we also get some good man ass in it. Like, dudes, solid man ass in G-string, leather G-string man ass. Like, so if you're into that, like this movie's got everything. Like, I'm just saying.
Yeah, so Kate has some ripped fucking abs.
He's a good looking guy.
That's not a parking spot.
Okay. Then we cut over to September's roommate telling her that Jay is spreading rumors about her fucking the priest, and she's like,
There's fire.
There's a microphone somewhere in the house with them, but it's not in the same fucking room.
That's not a parking spot. There's a parking spot up there.
And I think it's the roommate saying, maybe don't fuck your teacher. I don't know.
You're too far past that one. So that person took your spot now.
In one of those non-sexual ways that nobody starts rumors about.
In the way that good friends do.
Yeah.
My new life goal after this movie is just to as seamlessly do all these things to Keith.
One eternity later.
Leave it in. Leave it in. That was just like them bickering about the scene, I think, or something.
That's the craze. And the ice cream lady is like, hey guys, what the fuck's wrong?
There's a juggler in the back, very boring juggler, by the way, who even stops to go, you could each just have two different fucking things. Yeah. What the hell is this even about, people?
Throughout this whole scene, there's some sort of troop here. There's a mime
and there's a juggler.
And I was dying for the mime to be Jay in disguise. I was dying for the mime to just be like close up on the mime and he's doing the invisible wall thing. Yeah.
It's like they're craft services for the circus, but they never acknowledge it.
Yeah, but Rapey J does show up.
He takes off his mime.
Yeah, right.
Real quick.
He shows up and he's just there to say, she's like,
come
what
on.
are you doing here? He's like, nothing.
Come on.
Just
come back.
In the scene that says so in the
script. Like, hey dude, fucking get students lately? Basically is all it says.
Right.
Strike 3 out of 7.
All right, Father, you know what? Fool me 7th. Shame on you. Never.
And they react by, here's how he reacts. He reacts to this guy who, again, is the villain of the film, is the only one with a brain right now being like, stop doing this. And they react by running 5 feet away and making out.
And making out!
5 fucking feet away.
He's
like,
right.
Wow, that'll show him, I guess.
Wait, grab my ass.
Excellent work.
What is it?
Really wanted Jay to inch back into the frame.
You did it!
How did you guys know?
Guys, I just said, like, come
He's
on.
pulling a rope as he goes.
So you enjoying?
Oh my God, another one.
I'm loving it, Charlie. It's really fun, and I feel like I'm thinking more clear-headedly.
Well, yeah, we have longer to think about it. But so here's my less subscribers, but sometimes we send out to just the whole world. So about 105,000, 106,000 go out. And I did it as a Rorschach test and asked people to respond.
That's a great place to park.
And when I asked, big pharma is evil and greedy, or maybe your first thought was that you could have hundreds of millions of foreigners who'll be able to put a key on their forehead because they'll be magnetized. So I asked, what was your reaction? Just give me one sentence. And I unfortunately gave out my own email.
Isn't that nice? Somebody parked in the bike lane?
But one of the reactions I got...
Nobody gives a fuck.
I mean, most people responded, I think this makes America both good and great. Most people responded on that. But a rather
good job.
Number of people...
Altruistic motives of trying to save lives. The Chinese have soft power motives, which obviously we get some soft power benefits. But the Chinese are going into the Caribbean and Africa and even parts of Europe, and as are the Russians, but more so the Chinese, to give out vaccines, which are
oh my God.
And they're getting dividends for that. And so I think there is a very pragmatic, realpolitik reason to give these out to the world.
Well, I agree with that. I mean, this really is enlightened self-interest because also it is a worldwide pandemic and we're never actually going to be safe until the rest of the world is safe as well. So it is in our interest not to have, exploding variants in other countries because there's no way for us to isolate ourselves. I mean, people may have these fantasies that we can build a wall around the United States, but when it comes to an airborne pandemic, that is just simply not going to work. All right, you had a really interesting piece about the insurrection and the January 6th. George P. is special. I mean, he's a dynastic legacy case who is so ambitious, he's selling out his own family, not even selling them out for a good doing it to suck up to an authoritarian strong man. There's really no precedent for this in American politics, is there?
There's really not. And I think JVL's piece was spot on. He basically said Trump actually is corrupt and terrible, and not just for one thing, but a lot of things. But there's a lot more now.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
That was the bottom before this.
Exactly. And here, it's his read of where the party is, and I think it does say a lot about his character. And
Thank you. I love to see it.
What we're saying here is the committee cracked open their case. They sat down. We're going to look into this here. And their hair immediately caught on fire. Their faces melted from all the despicable conduct. It was so bad they could not wait to finish their review that they had begun. They had to take a break, suspend his license right away.
Nope.
I want to be clear that I do not see somebody making private jet money off of running these.
Is that a crime?
Yeah. There's a suggestion.
Nope.
Maybe we'll see that coming up soon at the hearing. Hey, Sam,
I don't think so,
thank you very
actually.
much for coming on.
Todd Starnes, the conservative radio host who was so bad that he got fired from Fox News for being awful. The San Francisco Gay Men's Chorus
Yo, where's
brought
traffic?
national attention after they performed the music. Agenda is coming home. A few may say or think that those opposed to the gay
Ain't nobody got time for that.
agenda are full of hate. No, we're not at all. What we are filled.
Very good. Your left turn signal on. You're hanging right. No, you're not going anywhere.
Work that we're launching. I just hired a couple of really awesome, capable engineers today. Both women, they start this week, so looking forward to that. And
Nope.
yeah, join us May 28th, Friday, 4
Fail.
p.m. PST. We're going to have as many of the podcasters on there as we can. Frank Puglisi, I know, is going to stop in. I've invited Glenn Kirshner. I think Zev and Greg Oliar have a show that they do live at that time, so I don't know that they'll be able to pop in, but you know, maybe I can talk Andrew Torres into coming on.
There's a rumor Dana Goldberg's going to stop by from a reputable source. Yeah.
Might get Shira. I might be able to get Shira in there too. We'll see. I know she's busy like with all of her
Good
movie star
job.
stuff.